In a world that demands conformity, Sigma males stand apart. They are the quiet disruptors, the independent thinkers, the ones who forge their own path. But this independence comes with a price. Today we're diving into the tactics used by malicious people when they realize you're a Sigma. Welcome to the Sigma male community, where we explore the mindset, strategies, and philosophies that empower men like you to thrive on your own terms. In this video we'll uncover the subtle and not so subtle ways people try to undermine your strength, and how you can use Stoic principles to not just survive, but to dominate in a world that fears your independence. 1. The poisonous narrative, sabotage through half-truths. They won't attack head-on, that's too obvious. Instead, they weaponize ambiguity. A carefully placed, "They're brilliant, but I've heard collaboration isn't their strength," or "always so quiet," makes you wonder about their commitment, doesn't it? These aren't lies, they're truth grenades with the pin pulled. Designed to detonate doubt slowly, they warp perceptions, making your undeniable competence suddenly seem questionable. The insidious genius? Confronting it makes you look defensive, while ignoring it lets the toxin spread, eroding your reputation brick by silent brick. They crave control, and your unshakable presence disrupts their script. So, they rewrite yours in the minds of others, painting your independence as unreliability, your focus as aloofness. It's a slow, psychological siege meant to isolate you before you even sense the walls closing in. Stoicism teaches us that we cannot control others' words or perceptions, only our response. A Sigma grounded in Stoic principles remains focused on what truly matters: his actions, his integrity, and his purpose. Let them whisper. Your results speak louder than their half-truths. By refusing to engage in their games, you deny them the reaction they crave, and their narrative collapses under the weight of its own emptiness. 2. The informant network, turning your circle against you. Your trust is earned, not given, a fortress they can't storm. So they infiltrate, targeting allies with feigned concern. How are they really? Seems distant lately. They harvest fragments of your life, vulnerabilities, plans, reactions. This isn't gossip, it's espionage. Armed with your own patterns, they predict your moves, set traps, and whisper poison to turn allies into unwitting agents of your isolation. The ultimate betrayal? Your inner circle, manipulated into seeing your strength as coldness, becomes the very instrument used to dismantle the trust you built. By the time you sense the betrayal, the landscape has shifted. Connections feel fragile, your sanctuary compromised. They exploit the human need for connection, turning it into a vulnerability against your self-contained power. Stoicism reminds us to be discerning about whom we allow into our lives. Trust is a privilege, not a right. A Sigma values quality over quantity in relationships, choosing allies who respect his independence and share his values. When you sense manipulation, lean into your Stoic clarity, observe, assess, and act with intention. Protect your inner circle, but never let the fear of betrayal close you off entirely. True strength lies in balancing vigilance with openness. 3. The morality trap, engineering your downfall. Your strong internal compass is a threat to their chaos. They won't challenge it openly, they manufacture scenarios where every choice tarnishes it. Cover for this small mistake, it's harmless, or presenting a lose-lose ethical gray zone. Their goal? To force a micro-compromise, a crack in your integrity they can later pry wide open. See? Even they bend the rules when convenient. It's a meticulously laid snare designed to make you question your own principles and give them ammunition to erode the bedrock of your credibility, your trustworthiness. They understand that discrediting your character is far more damaging than attacking your skills. By subtly challenging the core of who you are, they aim to make others, and potentially even yourself, doubt the very foundation of your Sigma strength. Stoicism places virtue above all else. A Sigma's integrity is non-negotiable, even when the path is unclear. When faced with a moral trap, pause and ask, what action aligns with my principles? The Stoic mind sees through the fog of manipulation and chooses the path that preserves self-respect. Let them scheme. Your unwavering commitment to your values is a shield they cannot penetrate. 4. Strength into Flaw, the weaponization of your core. Your greatest assets become their prime targets. Resilience? They'll label it stubbornness. Deep focus, dismissed as indifference or ignoring the team. Independence? Framed as arrogance or not being a team player. This isn't misunderstanding, it's strategic sabotage. By relentlessly reframing your innate strengths as character defects, they aim to sow discord, make you second-guess your nature and pressure you to conform to their weaker, more controllable model. It's psychological jujitsu, using your power against you. Their fear of your unyielding self-sufficiency drives them to convince others, and perhaps even you, that the very things making you formidable are actually flaws to be corrected. Stoicism teaches self-awareness and acceptance of one's nature. A Sigma knows his strengths are not flaws, they are the source of his power. When others try to twist your resilience into stubbornness, remember, their labels reveal more about their insecurities than your character. Embrace who you are unapologetically. The Stoic Sigma does not bend to the expectations of the weak. He stands firm, knowing his value is not defined by their approval. 5. The Solitude Siege. Weaponizing your sanctuary. Your chosen solitude is your power source. They see this and plot to turn it into a prison. Not through direct banishment but through insidious whispers. They always keep to themselves, think they're above us? Or, bit strange how they never join in, isn't it? They systematically work through others, planting seeds of doubt about your motives, slowly transforming your peaceful independence into perceived alienation. The objective is clear: make you feel like an outsider in your own life, force you to question the very state that grounds you, and drain your power by making you crave the validation you inherently reject. They mistake your inner fortress for a vulnerability. Their campaign to isolate you socially is a desperate attempt to provoke the neediness in you that simply doesn't exist. Stoicism values inner peace and self-sufficiency. Solitude is not loneliness, it is a deliberate choice to recharge and reflect. A Sigma draws strength from his ability to stand alone, free from the need for external validation. When they try to weaponize your sanctuary, let them. Their whispers cannot penetrate the walls of a mind at peace with itself. Embrace your solitude, it is your throne, not their prison. 6. The Detachment Distortion. Reframing calm as cruelty. Your emotional equilibrium in chaos is unnerving to drama addicts. They can't stand your steady helm. So they twist it. Did you see how they just walked away while everyone was upset? Cold? Or, it's like they don't even care when people are hurting. Your healthy boundaries and refusal to engage in emotional vampirism are maliciously recast as neglect, even cruelty. They weaponize others' emotional turmoil against your stoicism, aiming to turn your greatest asset, emotional control, into a perceived liability, isolating you by painting your self-preservation as callous indifference. The irony is scalding. Your refusal to be drawn into their whirlpool of manufactured crisis is spun as a lack of empathy. They attack the very stability that could anchor others, simply because it denies them the chaotic energy they feed upon. Stoicism teaches that emotional control is not cruelty, it is clarity. A Sigma's calm is not indifference, it is the refusal to be ruled by fleeting emotions. When they label your detachment as coldness, remember, their need for drama is a weakness, not your burden. Stand firm in your rationality. Your stability is a gift to those wise enough to see it. 7. The Leadership Ambush. Undermining quiet authority. Your leadership resonates through presence, competence, and empowering others, not loud demands. This terrifies the insecure. In meetings, they'll subtly divert credit. Great point from Sarah, building on the initial concept. Downplay your input. Interesting thought, but maybe not the priority right now. Or see doubt. Not sure if they're really steering this ship. It's a covert operation to erode the organic respect you command, making your calm authority appear like passivity or lack of commitment. They can't compete with your substance, so they attack the perception of it. They mistake quiet confidence for weakness and empowerment for lack of control. Their petty attempts to dim your light only reveal their own inability to shine without stealing someone else's wattage. Stoicism emphasizes leading by example, not by force. A Sigma's authority is earned through action, not assertion. When they try to undermine your leadership, let your results speak. The Stoic leader does not need to shout to be heard. His presence is enough. Trust in your competence, and let their ambushes fail against the wall of your quiet strength. 8. The Victim Gambit. Framing your strength as their wound. Your self-reliance is an affront to their need for control. So they flip the script. Why won't you let me help? Don't you trust me? Or, feels like you don't need anyone, including me. Suddenly your independence is framed as a personal attack on them. They posture as the wounded party, weaponizing their insecurity to guilt-trip you into dependency or force you into exhausting justifications for simply being. Regardless of your response, explanation or silence, they'll twist it to paint you as cold, uncaring, the villain in their self-authored drama. It's emotional blackmail disguised as hurt feelings. They attempt to shackle you with manufactured obligation, turning your greatest freedom, needing no one, into a perceived crime against their fragile ego. Stoicism teaches us to act with justice and fairness, not out of guilt or obligation. A Sigma's independence is not a weapon, it is his birthright. When they play the victim, see through the manipulation. You owe no one your autonomy. Stand firm and let their gambit crumble under the weight of its own absurdity. 9. The inside heist, feigning vulnerability to plunder your wisdom. They covet your emotional intelligence and clarity. Knowing you see deeper, they lay a trap, the fake breakdown. They craft a sob story, a struggle designed to trigger your empathy and problem-solving instinct. I just don't know what to do. Your perspective is so valuable. They soak up your guidance, your insights, not to heal but to weaponize your own wisdom against you or others. The moment you sense the game and withdraw, you're the monster. I opened up to you and you shut me out. So cold. Their vulnerability is a con, a Trojan horse to exploit your greatest strength, your perceptive mind. Your generosity becomes their tool, your insight their ammunition. It's the ultimate perversion of trust, designed to leave you feeling used and questioning your own discernment. Stoicism values wisdom but also discernment. A Sigma's insights are precious, share them wisely. When someone's vulnerability feels performative, trust your instincts. Offer guidance only to those who seek it sincerely. Protect your mind, it is your fortress, not their playground. 10. The independence insurgency, framing autonomy as rebellion. Your refusal to blindly follow the herd or bow to pressure isn't just independence. To controllers, it feels like insurrection. They can't command you so they smear you. Why do they always have to do things their way? No respect for the team. Or, it's like they get off on being contrary. They deliberately mislabel your self-directed path as defiance, painting your natural autonomy as disruptive rebellion. The goal is to ostracize you, making others view your strength as hostility simply because it doesn't conform to their submissive expectations. They mistake sovereignty for sedition. Your innate freedom to choose your path, ungoverned by their demands, is perceived as a direct challenge to their imagined authority. Let them expose themselves with their own petty labels. Stoicism celebrates self-reliance and the courage to walk alone. A Sigma's autonomy is not rebellion, it is authenticity. When they try to frame your independence as defiance, remember, their need for control is their prison, not yours. Stay true to your path. The Stoic Sigma does not bend to the will of the weak. 11. The false arena, draining you in non-existent races. Your organic success, achieved on your own terms, is a mirror they hate. Unable to outperform you authentically, they invent competition. Heard Alex is crushing that project similar to yours? Way ahead? Or, management seems really impressed with Sam's approach lately? They fabricate rivals and races, whispering comparisons designed to implant insecurity and distract you. It's psychological warfare meant to make you doubt your pace, question your worth, and waste precious energy scanning for threats that exist only in their envious minds. Their aim isn't victory, it's your depletion. By pulling you into phantom competitions, they divert your focus from your true goals, sapping your drive with manufactured anxiety. Recognize the mirage. Your path is yours alone. Their imaginary finish lines are traps. Keep your eyes on your own horizon. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions, our goals, our journey. A Sigma does not compete in races he did not choose. When they try to drag you into their false arena, step back. Your success is not measured by their standards. Stay focused, stay sovereign, and let their illusions fade. You've just uncovered the playbook used against you. But knowledge is only power when applied. Take these insights, fortify your mind, and let their tactics shatter against your stoic resolve. This is your arena. Own it. If this resonated, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the Sigma Male community. Together, we're redefining strength on our own. We're redefining strength on our own terms. Like, comment, and share this video, because the world needs more men who refuse to be tamed. Until next time, stay Sigma.